So at every stage of the process, I think there were constantly challenges and obstacles we had to overcome. It's kind of part of the fun of it. But, our protagonist, she's a deaf 5-year-old girl, and we had a day at a school with hundreds of school children and a drone. It's kind of like mixing children with complicated shots and setups. So from a scheduling point of view, it was a bit like a minefield for me and Danny, going through trying to work things around the child licence and rules at the same time as trying to make things as easy as possible for the crew and for all the other elements, like, every day. We didn't have the luxury or the room for error, really, to add days to the shoot. We did get what we wanted with the filming, despite everything, which was just amazing. I think it was just a joint kind of can-do attitude that really just made it happen. And in the end, we got the best, even better results than we could have hoped for. The fundraising process was very difficult. It was just, I think that was the longest part of the process for all of us. And we'd actually originally been warned away from the crowdfunding sites like Indiegogo and Kickstarter because we'd heard so many horror stories about how hard it was to get the momentum behind your campaign and for it to really kick off. And you just end up kind of annoying everyone with filling up their social media, asking for money. So we're trying to steer away from that for a while. But then we had kind of exhausted all options, trying to get it off the ground ourselves. And we felt like we all really believed in a project and we felt justified to go ahead. So we did, and we went ahead with Indiegogo. It was terrifying, and it was a lot of work every day to keep it going. But the response and the reaction was just completely overwhelming because I think from the first day, so many people seemed so moved by the pitch and they really got what we were trying to achieve and what it would mean for the deaf community as well.
Okay.
When we met Maisie, she honestly changed everything. It was just within minutes of her walking into the audition room, we could all just see the film right there. It was just so much more visual to us all, I think. And any meetings from that point onwards and any time we read through the script, we just had her in our minds straight away. It was so clear. And I think there's something about, I think it is because she's profoundly deaf, there's this incredible focus that she has on whoever's communicating with her. She, completely unfazed by the camera and all the kit, and that's really rare. She's not distracted. She was really interested in Rachel. I think initially it was because she didn't understand why Rachel could sign when she could hear. She was really taken by that, and that relationship really kicked off immediately, like within minutes again. So she was more than perfect, and we all knew right there and then that she was Libby, and it had been a little while trying to find our Libby, so that was like a huge weight off of all our minds that we knew we were good to go then. And I think it's quite important to remember how amazing Maisie being in the film is, and what she represents even, I suppose, because there are little to no roles out there for deaf people of any age, and especially for a 5-year-old. And I think that she just brought a whole new level of authenticity to the film, and on a bigger scale, she's given a voice through her character to deaf and hearing impaired children across the country. So it's just amazing. It does become a bit of a bigger scale.